Hey, kids, and hey to all you grown-ups who never really grew up. Buckle up, because something totally wild is about to take flight. Imagine a crazy red-headed woodpecker who laughs like a maniac and a tiny brave ladybug with the biggest heart in the forest. What happens when these two completely different friends team up for the adventure of a lifetime? Get ready for laughter, tears, courage, and a lesson that will stay with you forever, coming right now. Woody Woodpecker and the little ladybug who saved the forest. Hi, everybody. It's me, Woody Pick-a-Pow Woodpecker, your favorite red-topped, blue-backed, totally unstoppable bird with the famous ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. Yep, that's me talking straight to you, live from the tallest oak in the whole wide forest. Today, I'm not just pecking trees. I'm telling you the true story that changed my life forever. The story of how I, the loudest, proudest, most mischievous woodpecker in the world, met the tiniest hero I've ever known, a little ladybug named Lulubelle. Are you sitting comfy? Great, let's fly right in. Once upon a bright, sunny morning, I was doing what I do best, rat-a-tat-tat, drilling the perfect breakfast hole in an old pine tree. Wood chips were flying everywhere, and I was laughing my head off because, let's be honest, making noise is my superpower. But suddenly, something red and even tinier than my beak zipped right in front of my eyes and shouted, "Stop, please stop." I froze mid-peck me, Woody Pick-a-Pow Woodpecker, frozen. Can you imagine that, kids? I looked down and there she was, a shiny red ladybug with exactly 7 black spots. 2 delicate wings and the cutest little antennae waving like she was conducting an orchestra. Whoa, 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 little Dot, do you know who you're talking to? I'm Woody Pick-a-Pow Woodpecker, king of the trees. She didn't even blink. I know exactly who you are, she said in the sweetest, bravest voice. And I know you're about to peck the home of 100 baby aphids who have nowhere else to go. Aphids? Those tiny green bugs that look like little pears. I laughed so hard my top knot flopped over my eyes. Ha 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 ha, lady, I eat bugs for breakfast. But Lulubelle flew right up to my beak, so close I could see my own reflection in her shiny wings. If you eat them, she whispered, their mummies will cry. And I know what it feels like when someone bigger takes your home away. Something in her tiny voice made my heart go thump, thump, thump like my own woodpecker drum had moved inside my chest. I lowered my beak. For the first time in my noisy life, I was quiet. Hey kids, quick question. Did you know that a ladybug is also called a ladybird in some countries? And that those 7 spots aren't just pretty, they warn bigger animals. Don't eat me. I taste yucky. Nature is so smart, right? Raise your hand if you love ladybugs. I see you. Anyway, back to the story. I asked Lulubelle, so, Miss 7 Spots, what's your name? She puffed out her tiny chest. I'm Lulubelle, guardian of the little ones. And I believe even loud, crazy woodpeckers can have kind hearts. I pretended to be offended. Me, kind? I'm famous for driving squirrels nuts. But deep down, her words tickled something inside me. That very afternoon, the biggest storm in 100 years rolled into the forest. Thunder roared, lightning flashed, and rain poured like a million waterfalls. Trees were shaking, branches were cracking, and guess what? The giant old oak that held the homes of thousands of insects. Squirrels, owls, and yes, even my own cozy woodpecker hole started to fall. Everyone was screaming and flying and running. I zoomed around like a red and blue rocket, trying to save my stuff. My comic books, my whoopee cushion collection. Moo. But then I heard the tiniest, saddest sound. Lulubelle was clinging to a leaf, her wings soaked, trying to carry 10 baby aphids on her back all by herself. The wind was blowing her away like a red balloon. Without even thinking, I dove down, scooped her up with my wing, and tucked all 11 of them under my warm white belly feathers. Hang on, little heroes. Woody Pick-a-Pow Express is now departing. We flew through the storm together. Rain stung my eyes. Wind tried to flip me upside down, but I kept laughing my crazy laugh because if I stopped laughing, I'd be too scared to keep going. Lulubelle held my feather tight and shouted over the thunder, "You're doing it, Woody Pick-a-Pow. You're being a real hero." Kids, did you know woodpeckers have special shock absorber brains so we can peck 1,000 times a day without getting headaches? That's why I could fly through that storm like a superhero. Cool, huh? We finally reached a safe cave on the other side of the forest. Hundreds of animals were already there, shivering and scared. I placed Lulubelle and the baby aphids gently on a soft moss bed. She looked up at me with those shiny black eyes and said, "Thank you, Woody Woodpecker. You saved us, and do you know what I did? I, the bird who laughs at everything, felt a tear roll down my beak. One single tear. Because for the first time, someone needed me more than they were annoyed by me. Hey, hey, hey. We're right in the middle of the adventure, and I have a super important message for you. If you're loving this story about friendship and bravery, do me a huge favor. Smash that LIKE button so it turns bright blue, hit subscribe, and ring the little bell so you never miss a new tale on our channel called Infantis. And share this video with your best friend, because real friends share the best stories, just like Lulubelle and I did. Okay, back to the cave. The storm finally stopped, but the giant oak had fallen and blocked the river. Water was rising fast, flooding the whole forest floor. Baby animals were trapped on little islands of mud. Everyone was panicking. Lulubelle flew to the highest rock and shouted, "Listen, everybody. We can save our home, but only if we work together. Big ones, little ones, loud ones, quiet ones, all of us." Even the grumpy old owl raised an eyebrow. "And how, pray tell," little bug Lulubelle pointed one tiny leg straight at me. With Woody Woodpecker's super strong beak in my plan, I saluted so hard my top knot spun like a helicopter. "You got it, Captain. 7 spots. Here's what we did, kids. I pecked and pecked and pecked the fallen oak into hundreds of perfect wooden planks. Beavers used their teeth to shape them. Squirrels carried vines. Ants tied the strongest knots in the world. Birds flew messages, and she flew from team to team, encouraging everyone with her tiny, cheerful voice. You can do it. We're almost there." By sunset, we had built the most beautiful bridge across the flood. Animals crossed safely, hugging and crying happy tears. The forest was saved, all because one tiny ladybug believed that even a crazy, loud woodpecker could be a hero. When everything was calm again, Lulubelle landed on my beak for the last time. "Woody Pickapow," she said, "you taught me that being loud can be a way of being brave. And I taught you that even the smallest friend can change everything." I gave her the gentlest beak bump ever. Partners forever, partners forever. And that, my awesome friends, is how the loudest bird and the tiniest bug became the best team the forest has ever seen. So here, what I want you to remember. It doesn't matter if you read big or small, loud or quiet, red or spotted. What matters is that you use your special gifts to help someone else. That's real magic. Thank you from the bottom of my crazy woodpecker heart for flying through this adventure with me today. You guys are the best audience in the whole wide world. If you loved hanging out with Lulubelle and me, give this video a giant thumbs up. Subscribe to Contos Infantis if you haven't yet, and turn on that bell so we can have many more adventures together. Next time, I'm bringing a friend who's even wilder than me. And trust me, that's saying something. See you really soon, kids. Ha 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 ha. Woody Woodpecker signing off with love.